welcome inside Pleasant Grove High School for a High School Rewind Game of the Week. I am Dusty Litzer. Thanks for joining us on our matchup. The American Fork Cavemen and the Pleasant Grove Vikings. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have along with us an outstanding Region 4 battle tonight. The winner of tonight's game will be in second place, heading as we've now entered the second half of region play with games coming up against Lone Peak, who's at the top of the region once again, but has shown they're a little vulnerable this season. And it'll be very interesting to see what happens after tonight's game. First, let's start with American Fork. The Cavemen came off very hot after the Christmas break at the big win against Lone Peak at the Marriott Center. Since then, they tripped up, lost a couple of games following that, but they were seemingly getting the ship righted, getting things moving in the right direction. They're going to need some big games tonight. One from Brendan Bailey. He always takes the headlines. Young man heading to Arizona State, as you know, but the name to remember is Spencer Johnson. Spencer's been one of the most steady players for the Cavemen this season, and he's going to have to come out with that again tonight. American Fork handled Pleasant Grove very easily in their first matchup. It will be a lot different tonight here on the Vikings home court. For Pleasant Grove, this is a team that started out hot in the early part of the season, 8-0 to get started. They slipped up a little bit and got beat handily by American Fork, lost to Lone Peak, but tonight they have a chance to get things righted on the second half of region play, get things moving in the right direction. Coach McAllister has his team playing very, very well. You saw him get a win last week against Harriman here on the High School Rewind Game of the Week. And the name to remember for the Vikings is Riley Court, young man heading to Weber State. Has played very well this year. As he goes, the Viking goes. And they also have a big man this year. You're going to remember Mr. Bott down in the middle. He's going to have to play big tonight to give the Vikings a chance against American Fork. We know our teams and a couple of players to look out for and a couple of keys to the game. We come back, it'll be opening tip-off. You are watching High School Rewind only on Xfinity On Demand. Hello, back in for the opening tip-off. Jumping for Pleasant Grove, will be number 30, Brody Childs. And for American Fork, number 44, Dallin Harley. They run away in a High School Rewind Game of the Week. Controlled by the Vikings and Braden Wellman coming to the front court. Here's Dallin Deal. Deal in the corner. Drop it inside to Mr. Bott. Bott holding, working on Harley. It'll be a fun matchup tonight. Bott, power move, can't get it to go. Harley with the board. Slapped out of his hands and controlled by Pleasant Grove. No foul, blocked by Harley into the hands of Bott, who scores. Tyler Bott with the bucket. And the Vikings on the board 30 seconds into the game. Down the floor with Braden Condi. Condi being hounded by Wellman. Now outside, here's Spencer Johnson. Johnson working on Childs, kicks into the corner to Braden Condi. Condi just a junior, along with Spencer Johnson and now Brendan Bailey. Bailey off the screen. Bailey kicks it out. This is Cameron Polton. Polton back out to Bailey. Thought about 3 steps inside the arc, down the lane. The contact from Bott, and a charge. Late whistle, and it'll be a charge on Brendan Bailey. So wipe off the bucket. Minute into this one. Down the floor, Wellman gives up to Riley Court. Court kicks out. Here's Childs down the lane. Now to Wellman. Wellman kicks up top. Now a Deal. Deal backs out, looking into Bott. They're high-low, and with Polton, that ball too tall. They'll go the other way with AF. So back up the floor, Braden Condi. Got Condi, Polton, Harley, Johnson, and Bailey on the floor for the Cavemen. Kick up top to Harley. Harley now outside Spencer Johnson. Johnson hard to the hole, takes a bump, wipe off the bucket. It'll be on the floor and inbound along the baseline. Bailey to trigger. Into Johnson, 4-3. Too strong, and rebound taken by Harley. Harley back up, swatted away by Bott. Court controls it. Could have got him with a double dribble and didn't. Down the floor with Childs. Childs to the roll and finishes. Brody Childs. Harley outside to Spencer Johnson. Heads by Bott, now dropping inside Harley. Court hit the deck, no call. Condi for 3. Leaves it short. And a rebound saved in off of Bailey into the hands of Harley, who throws it down with 2 hands. Head up play. Trying to keep it in by Riley Court. Kicks off the foot, and then Harley flushes with 2. First bucket of the game for the Cavemen. Bott holding up top. Bott down the lane, big fella. Jump up, no. And out of bounds. It should have been off of Polton. They're going to call it off of Bott. I think the officials are going to come in and correct it, and it's going to stay here. Thought that was correctly overturned, so inbound with PG. Wellman lobs in, and Brody Childs goes up and throws it down on the inbound, and it's 62 Vikings. We've seen more dunks this season than any season I can remember in 10 years as Polton jumps it from the baseline, 6-4. And it's the array of guys throwing it down this season that we've seen on High School Rewind. Inbound into Bott, and Bott goes off the window, and it's 8-4 American Fork, or pardon me, Pleasant Grove. Here's Harley. Johnson along the baseline, and Johnson too strong. And Childs goes up, pulls it down. Wellman got numbers, leads it to Riley Court, and Court lays it up and in. Well done off the rebound, and a fast break points. Timeout, Coach Meacham. 4:47 remaining in the first, 10-4 Vikings. It's out of the timeout, 6-point lead for Pleasant Grove. Hounded by Wellman, gives it up to Harley. Harley gets it into Bailey. Now double team comes, Bailey in the corner. Let him out of the trap. Johnson pulls for three, it lips out, and Bott clears it into the hands of Riley Court. Court gives it up. Now Deal down the lane. Deal can't reverse it. Rebound in the hands of Johnson. Johnson on the push. Condi gives it back to Johnson. Johnson jump it, and he's fouled. Won't go, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. And the first is good. The second rattles home. Nearly halfway through the first quarter, 10-6. Wellman sprints into the front court, backs it up. PG offense has looked sharp here to get started. It was a slow start against American Fork that really buried him in that first matchup. Needed a quick start and got it. Here's Bott. Kicks it back to Wellman. Wellman backdoor to Deal. Harley there to meet him. He reverses it, blocked by Harley. In the hands of Braden Condi. Condi gives it up to Johnson. Johnson hanging on a pivot along the baseline, gives it out to Braden Harris. Harris up top to Condi. And now in the hands of Bailey. Bailey lob into Harley. Harley, you're going to get him with the travel. Thought maybe Bob bumped him out, but at the travel will go the other way. So after the turnover, 3.5 remaining in the opening quarter. Wellman outside to Deal. Deal gives off the court. Court into the corner to Childs. Childs had that alley-oop dunk off the inbound. That ball slapped away by Johnson in the hands of Bailey. Bailey give it up to Johnson. Johnson along the baseline is fouled on the floor, and that'll be the 13th foul on Pleasant Grove. Up top to Harris, now in the hands of Condi on the angle. Bailey into the corner to Johnson. Johnson on the angle of Bailey. Bailey jumped from the free throw line, off the mark, and Childs with the board into the hands of Wellman. Coming down the baseline, here's Wall, and it's slapped out, and will stay here. Wall to inbound. Gets it into Riley Court. Court to Bott, and Bott back rims it. Rebound by Riley Court. He'll jump at free throw line extended, and to Riley Court. His second bucket in the corner. 12-6. Johnson drops it in. Harley faces up on Bott, trapped on the baseline, picked off, going the other way. Wall, nice move, and Harris with the swat, and will stay here with PG. Wall the trigger, lobs in, goes up, left hand, too strong, tried to tip it up, couldn't get it. That was Matt McCarty. Now back down the floor with Spencer Johnson. Johnson out to Condi in the corner to Harris. Now Condi, and he'll reset the offense for Coach Beecham. Cross court to Johnson. Johnson will jump from the free throw line over the top of Childs. No. Rebound in the hands of Court. Court kicks out. Wellman thought about three and hangs on. And now set up the offense. Court working on Bailey. He'll back out and reset for Coach Randy McAllister. Last year, PG made it to the championship game, beat AF in the semifinals before losing to Lone Peak. Court down the baseline, and they're going to count the bucket. No, they're not. Called on the floor. Official thought about it, replayed it in his head, left it on the floor, and went down on the baseline. Wall the trigger. Gets it into Childs, and Childs loses the handle. We'll go the other way. Here's Condi. Outside to Harris. Minute and a half remaining in the opening quarter. Here's Johnson, drop it into Bailey. Bailey, the to Polton. Polton able to get it to fall. And it's now 12-8. Polton often, not very used often on the offensive end of the floor. So a nice bucket from Polton. Harley on the bench getting a well-needed rest. He had a very active quarter. Lob it up. McCarty can't get to it. I thought Polton played that well, but no, they're going to get a foul on Polton. He knew about it. And it'll be inbound along the baseline. 13 foul on the Cavemen. Court to Trigger. Gets it into McCarty. Hands off to Quinn Daly. Now Court will jump it from the free throw line. No. Rebound to Harris. 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. Harris out to Bailey. Bailey thought about three, now drives. Bailey, gets the off-balance shot to go. 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. 12-10 our score. It was 12-6 at one point. Kick out. Daly trying to get inside, picked up by Polton. And now Coach Meacham calling for one shot. And Brody Childs walks it in the front court, 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Childs hanging up top. Watch out for the 5 seconds, down to 9. Pull up three from Bailey, who was online off the mark. And the rebound still loose, saved in to McCarty, 1 second. And we won't have a shot for the buzzer sounds, and that'll do it for the opening quarter. At the end of one, it's PG 12, AF 10. Start of the second quarter, 2-point lead for the Cavemen. Nice play by Wall. Wall going the other way. Brody Childs there. Wall gets by him. They'll get Childs with the foul. It'll be 2 free throws for Wall. Wall missed the first free throw. And the second one rattles out. Up the floor now with the Cavemen. Cross court to George Brimhall. On the angle with Childs. 7.5 remaining in the half. Childs already had that picked up by Court. Brimhall into the corner. Harris for three. And Harris can't get that one to drop. Bott with the board, hands off the court. Harris can get hot. We saw that in the Lone Peak game and a couple other games this season. Court hard to the hole is fouled. Brimhall should be holding his hand up. There's a goal against Polton. No, they will go against Brimhall. First, both free throws good from Court, 14-10, Vikings. Childs gets it back, hanging on the angle, didn't look for a shot. Now Harris thought about it, gives it back to Childs. Not a lot of movement here from the Cavemen. Now Brendan Bailey will pull, that's a two-pointer. Off the mark, Harley nearly got the tip. Court hanging on the baseline and says either travel or out of bounds. They got him with the travel and will stay here. Bailey triggers in to Childs. 6:50 remaining in the half. Here's Harris. And now Polton. Polton kicks out Harris. Harris to Bailey. Had an open look. Bailey steps in the arc, pulls up, can't get it to go. Off night once again for Brendan Bailey. Quick it down the floor court. Try to get down the bot, swatted away by Bailey. Childs will bring it up and slows it up. A different offense with Spencer Johnson, who's a lot more of a slasher, is on the bench. Childs not looking for a shot. Gives it up to Harley. Harley back to Childs. Now pulls for three. And Benji Judd from downtown. Apologize, almost had the wrong name. Benji Judd from downtown. It's now 14-13. Three on the way and buried by Braxton Leatham. Comes off the bench and buries a triple. Harris down the lane. Got away from the bump from Bott. Harley knocks out of the bounds and we'll go with PG. Kicks out the court, cross court. To Daniel. Deal fouled on the floor. Who is Harris? That's number 6 on the Cavemen. Court to Trigger. Will be in the bonus remainder of the half. Into Deal. And Deal lays it up and in. Outstanding job on the inbound along the baseline for the Vikings tonight. Been outstanding. 19-13. Here's Brimhall on the angle. Brimhall to Childs, who just hit that three. Back to Brimhall. Brimhall hanging, gives it back to Childs. daring him to shoot, not looking for it. Got to move. Here's Bailey, out to Johnson. Johnson back to Childs, Benji hanging. And to Harley, who reverses and scores. Nice look from Benji Judd. And Harley with another bucket. 19-15. Lead for PG, into the corner. Deal thought about it, hangs on. Deal up top to Wellman. Now, 2-3 zone from the Cavemen, and Judd fouls Childs, and Childs will go to the line to shoot 1-1. Childs hit the front end and rattles home the second. 21-15. Lead for PG, full court pressure. Condi hanging, gives it off to Bailey. Bailey cross. Now Johnson. Johnson pirouetted on the baseline, kicks out to Condi. Condi for three. Brandon Condi from downtown. 21-18. Childs now on the Wellman, in the corner to Deal. Deal in the lane. Terminates, float it, and score it. Nice take and finish by Danny Deal. The inbound saved by Johnson. Oh, where Harley was putting that one. Heads up play by Spencer Johnson. Now on the front court with Condi. Condi down the lane, and Condi going to be fouled by Wellman. And it'll be the 14th foul on the Vikings. It'll be 2 shots for Condi. Judd rattles out the first. He's got one more. And the second kicks in. Look it down the floor. 23-19, the lead for PG. Halfway through the second quarter. Out to Wellman. Wellman to Deal. Deal back to Wellman. 2-3 zone again from American Fork. Switching to man, here's Bott. Bott quiet in the second quarter. Didn't get anything for that big shoulder. Coach Beecham not too pleased as Bott gets another bucket. That big body banging against Harley. And now we'll get the foul on the other end against Bott. And it'll be the 15th foul against PG. Lob in to Harley. Here's Brimhall. Brimhall out to Spencer Johnson. Inside of 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. Now down to 3:25. Johnson along the baseline. Take to the bucket and score. Then wait for Spencer Johnson to get loose. Gets a bucket there, 25-21. Hands off to Deal. Deal drop into Bott. Big fella faces up. Again, power move into the lane. Jump hook, can't get it to go. Court with the board and bucket. Riley Court, 27-21. Court unofficially, I believe, was 6 points in the half. Harley will jump it from the free throw line. Rattles in and out. Bailey is fouled, and it'll be the 16th foul against PG. And we'll be in the bonus remainder for both teams. Bailey to trigger, gets it into Condi. Drop it back into Bailey. Jumps and scores on the baseline. 27-23. Outside, drop it in now to Bott. Bott again working on Harley. Well off the mark. Got poked on the attempt to block there by Harley. Quick it down the floor to Johnson. Hands back to Bailey, now in the corner to Bailey. That was Condi, now up top Condi. Condi dropping into Harley. Faces up on Bott. Goes to work. Deal behind him, picked off by Court. And Court fouled by Condi. It'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Riley Court. Court hits both free throws, 29-23. 2:20 remaining in the half. Back down the floor with Spencer Johnson. Good first half from PG. AF battling here. Splits up to Condi. Condi off to Bailey. Bailey pulls for three. It's on line. It's short. And saved in by Bailey. We say no, he stepped out of bounds. And we'll go the other way with PG. Up the floor now with Wellman. Wellman to Court. Back to Wellman straight away. Kicks outside. Three on the way. Off the mark. Off the hands of Keegan Kuhn. Brimhall terminated just beyond midcourt stripe. Johnson pulls for three, and Spencer Johnson from downtown. When the Cavemen need him, Spencer Johnson comes up big. Drop it inside the Bott. Picked off into the hands now of Spencer Johnson. Johnson goes at Wellman. Picked off by Wellman. He has it along the floor, trying to call timeout, and they gave him a timeout with a dual possession. Block charge and timeouts on tie-ups. Two things that go either way in high school basketball. It'll be timeout AF, 1:29 remaining in the half. Bailey to trigger after the timeout. Gets it into Condi. Condi back to Johnson. Thought about three and hangs on. Johnson splits the defenders. The Brimhall, oh, inside to Harley. And Harley reverses and scores. 29-28. 1:15 remaining in the half. Hold up, ball nearly stolen. Here's Riley Court. Court hanging on, kicks it outside to Kuhn. Kuhn terminates, kicks back up the court. 1 minute remaining in the half. Getting the hands of Wellman. And now down to 50 seconds remaining in the half. Trying to run Court off the screen, can't get it to him. Kick out to Leatham. Leatham kicks up top to Wellman, now down to 40 seconds remaining in the half. And now Coach McAllister takes a timeout. 35 seconds and the clock's still rolling. They call it around 37. They'll get it fixed. 30 seconds remaining. Coach McAllister wanting the final shot. Wellman hanging up top. Been a fun first half, back and forth. Vikings have led by as many as 6 points a couple times. AF just hanging around in this game and then came battling back with Spencer Johnson in the half, got going a little bit. Now down to 9 seconds to 8. 5 seconds. Lob up to Court. 2 seconds. Court will float it up. No, put it up. Will count the goals. And Riley Court gets the bucket as the horn goes off. And we head to the locker rooms with PG leading 31-28 over AF. High School Rewind is excited to have Nudge as our Player of the Game sponsor. Nudge is one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. With over 500 employees, Nudge is one of the largest contributors of volunteer community outreach programs. To learn more about Nudge and their program, visit www.nudge.com. Start of the second half. PG with the ball outside the deal. It was a fun first half between these two teams. Excited to see the second half and how it's going to unravel. Outside Wellman, up top, straight away. Childs lobs in the Bot. Bot lays it up and in. Bot had a strong first quarter. A little bit off in the second quarter, but Hastings going 33-28 the lead for the Vikings. Spencer Johnson drops in to Bailey. Bailey working on the deal. Nice shake and bake and score. Well played there by Brendan Bailey. 33-30. Up the floor now with Wellman. Childs outside the deal. Deal hanging. Kicks out to Wellman. Wellman off the screen of Child. Kicks it up top. Childs for three. And good. Childs out with 5 points. Had the dunk in the first quarter. And Brody Childs from downtown. 36-30. Give it off to Johnson. Johnson drop it inside to Polton. Polton with the smaller court on him. Jump hook, no. Harley with the board and score. Dallin Harley has had an outstanding year. Last year it was probably Taylor Rawson. That was that big man. And Bonk gets the bump and bucket. Lob over the top. Johnson trying to get the block and strip. Couldn't get it. And he'll go to the line looking for the three-point play. Bot at the line for the +1. And good. The finish I thought on Harley, it was Tyler Rawson for the last 2 years, kind of a spark plug cog that kept everything together. And you see that now with Dallin Harley. He's played outstanding basketball in every game we've seen. Bailey fouled on the shot. It'll be go against deal. It'll be 2 free throws for Brendan Bailey. First one no good from Bailey. Second rattled home. 39-33 the lead for PG. Wall in the corner. Kicks it up top to Child. Spencer Johnson knocks that ball out of bounds and will stay here. Trigger into Wellman. 6:15 remaining in the third quarter. PG looking to extend this lead, get their largest lead of the ball game. Bot on the angle. Cacked out to Wellman. Petticani comes out to get Wellman. Wellman hard to the hole. Nice dish off the Bot. Bot can't finish. Harley with another block. And then we got a foul going the other way. wonder if that's on Bot. If it's on Child, it will be on Bot. And it'll be the second team foul on the Vikings. Down the floor with Condi and the Cavemen. Spencer Johnson. Johnson for three. Johnson's second in the ball game. So you mentioned when big moments come, Spencer Johnson steps up and makes the play for the Cavemen. 39-36. 5:35 remaining in the third quarter. Wellman. 5.5 now on the clock for the Vikings. Kicks out to Riley Court. Court been quiet in the second half. Kicks out to Wall. Wall now to Wellman. Wellman looking into Bot. Double team there. Bot looking to pass. Spins base. Looks to reverse it. Kicks out to Wellman. Wellman down the lane out to Court for three. And Riley Court from downtown. 42-36 the lead for the Vikings. Back down the floor, Condi. Nice ball fake. And it'll be a foul. Let's see if they give him 2 shots. If it's on the floor, Bot with the swat. It'll be inbound, I believe, along the baseline. First free throw good from Condi. The second front rimmed and boarded by Bailey. Back up, back of the rim. And a rebound taken by Childs in the hands of Wellman. Wellman push up the floor. The Cavemen were back to Court for three, and that kicks out. A rebound to Harley. Ahead to Condi. Condi, hard to the hole, kicks out to Harris, now to Bailey. Thought about three, step back three. Short, tipped up by Harley, and good. Dallin Harley put it on the floor. Wellman into the corner to Wall. And now a foul on Harris. It'll be the second team foul on AF. Quick inbound into Court. Court dribbling out against Bailey. Up top, Wellman. Wellman out the court. Court now on Condi, kicks out Wellman. So you need to take advantage, and he had the smaller Condi on him. Wall in the lane, terminates. Got to get rid of the ball. Does the Child. Child jumps and scores. Got over the top to Harley, and it's a 5-point lead, 44-39. Halfway through the third. Bailey drops in, slapped away, and collected by Bailey. Bailey into Harley, and Harley will score. Dallin Harley, a throwback big man. Does all little things. Court hands off to Wellman. 3:35 remaining in the third quarter. 3-point lead for the Vikings. Wellman drops it in, and we're going to have a foul before the shot. We'll go against Harley. Wall the trigger. Gets it into Wellman. Riley Court give up to Wall. Wall fouled on the dribble. And win battle along the baseline. Court hands off to Wellman. 3:15 remaining in the third. Out to Court. Court drop it in. McCarty back up top to Riley Court. Johnson flashes Court down the lane, and they get him in the charge. Court frustrated. It'll be the 14th foul against the Vikings. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Childs. Johnson won the ball in the post, didn't get it. Kick it out to him. Johnson terminates on the baseline in the corner. Brimhall. Fans wanted to travel, didn't get it. Here's Judd, gives it up, back out to Judd. Judd into Harley. Harley will go up and score. McCarty had hit the deck. Nice find by Judd. And it's 44-43. 2.5 remaining in the third quarter. Here's Wall. Wall down the lane. Jumping over the top of Harley. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Judd. And we got a foul behind the play. That'll be against McCarty. 15th foul on the Vikings. Back down the floor. 15th foul on the Vikings. 2:10 remaining. Brimhall outside, drop it into Johnson. Johnson cross court, Bailey for three. Brendan Bailey leaves that short. Rebound into Harley. Harley kicks back out to Bailey. Bailey in the lane. He'll pull up and hit. Brendan Bailey, very good with pull-up shooter. Timeout, Coach McAllister. and it's AF's first lead of the ball game. 45-44, 151 remaining in the third. Out of the timeout, PG down for the first time in this ball game. We got a foul on Bott on the screen. Tough call against Bott. Will go the other way. Third foul on Bott. 16 foul on the Vikings. Lob into Harley and picked up by Daly. Nice play by Daly. Quickly ahead. Deal swatted away by Bailey, and we'll stay here. 1.5 remaining in the third quarter. PG looking to get the lead back. AF looking to hold and extend. Deal along the baseline. Kicks back up top, Wellman. Wellman kicks out. Daly for three. Too strong. Rebound by Bott. Goes back up and is fouled. There'll be a foul on Brimhall and 2 free throws coming to Bott. Bott hits the first, back rims the second. Court with the board to reset the offense for the Vikings, tied up at 45. 1:10 remaining in the third quarter. Wellman outside the court. Inside of a minute remaining. Now down to 55 seconds. Harris out pressuring the ball. Wellman inside of 50 seconds. Bott on the angle. Gets it back in the hands of Wellman. Wellman backdoor to Deal. Lost the handle. Picked up by Spencer Johnson. Taylor made backdoor cut. Couldn't hang on to it. Johnson kicks out to Polton. Polton cross court to Bailey. Bailey pull up inside the arc. Short. Rebound to Court. Court on the push. Court down the lane. Feeds it into Bott. Ball goes up, swatted away by Harris. Gets the ball back, goes back up, and one. Tyler Bott got swatted by Harris, stayed with it. Gets the bump and bucket. He'll go to the line. Bott hit the +1, 48-45. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Judd up the floor. And we got a foul away from the ball. It'll actually be on Deal. Bott thought it was on him. It'll be 1-on-1 free throws to Spencer Johnson. Front end of 1-on-1 for Johnson. Rims out, rebound. Cleared by Daly, and now a foul on the rebound. It'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Daly. Daly hit the front end, has got one more. And rattles home the second. 50-45 the score, 10 seconds remaining. Judd into the front court. Judd down the lane and swatted by Daly. Got a foul before the shot. 2 free throws coming away of Benji Judd. Judd hit the first free throw. And the second. 3 seconds remaining in the third. Gets it in to Court, 1 second. McCarty, no, that won't count. Won't count after the buzzer. And that'll do it for the third. At the end of 3, PG 50, AF 47. Up the floor with Condi, beginning of the fourth quarter. 3-point ball game. Harley working on Bott, kicks out to Bailey. Off the screen, Bailey into Harley. Defender there, and Deal can't get it to go. Court on the push. And we're going to get Court. Oh, he had a kick ball before that, so it'll be inbound here along the sideline. Court hit the front end of 1-1. It was a trip call on Harley. Second personal foul on Harley. 8th team foul on the Cavemen. 18 fouls apiece. Possession all belongs to the Vikings with 7:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Johnson. Johnson for 3. Spencer Johnson knocks down the triple. 52-50. Putting it on the floor now with Court. He terminates. Court still hanging on a pivot. Still looking. Court. Cross court picked off by Condi. Had nowhere to go with it. Condi on the push. Condi kicks out to Bailey. Slapped out of bounds by Riley Court. Inbound in with Johnson. Gets it in to Brendan Bailey. Bailey drop it into Harley. Faces up on Bott. Harley jumps and scores. 52 all off the jumper from Dallin Harley. Hasn't showed it tonight. He's got range. Kicks out to Wall. Wall bumps off of Harley with the block. Harris on the push, got numbers. Get up to Johnson. Johnson scores! Brody Childs didn't have an angle on the block. And you got timeout, Coach McAllister. 6:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. AF takes the lead, 54-52, powered by Spencer Johnson. After the timeout, inbound into Wellman. Outside court. Straight away with Childs. Lob in, try to get into the bottom. Might have been tipped away by Johnson. So down the floor with the Cavemen looking to get their largest lead. They led it by 2 twice, looking to get up by 4. Harley gets it out to Johnson. Johnson with 5 points in the quarter. Trying to get that foul on Bott, didn't get it. Harley kicks out to Bailey. 6:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Could have got Harley with the travel. Kicks up top to Harris. Drop it into Harley. Harley working on Bott. Up top with Harris, out to Condi. Condi back into Harley. Try to go inside and then still by Court. Was tipped away, Court with the ball. Brennan Bailey with him. 5:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Give it up to Deal. 5:40 now remaining. Deal up top to Bott. Now over to Court. Court up top, Wellman. Now on the angle with Childs. Childs put on the floor, has a slapped away, and then a foul. I'm not sure where the foul call came from. It'll be inbound, it'll actually be 1-on-1 free throws for Childs. Childs hit the front. And the second rolls home. Ties us up at 54. 5:20. And counting down to 5:15. Harley outside to Johnson. Johnson thought about it, drops it inside. Brendan Bailey working on Court. Kicks up top to Harris for 3. Braden Harris from downtown. 57-54. Harris only attempted 2 shots tonight, both 3-pointers. Childs along the baseline, leaves it to Bott, and Tyler Bott lays it up and in. Beautiful look from Brody Childs. 57-56. Here's Harley out to Johnson. And then a foul on Childs. And Childs will go, or pardon me, Johnson will go to the line for 1-on-1. Johnson at the front end, looking to give AF their second 3-point lead. 59-56. 4:40 remaining in the fourth. Quickly ahead to Bott. Bott hangs on, swatted away by Johnson. Saved off of Johnson. Will stay here. Heads up play by Deal. Deal the trigger. Into the corner. Childs thought about 3. And no, Coach McAllister took the timeout. Timeout PG. 4:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Deal the trigger in. Gets it into Court. Court can get a shot off. Now does. Back rim, rebound to Harley. Inbound plays have been money for the Vikings. Couldn't get that one to fall. 4:25 remaining. Condi outside to Bailey. It's 2 student sections getting into it. Bailey hard in the hole. Bott waiting for him. No call. And they got him with the block. Bott got underneath him. I thought it was a correct call. Bott tried sneaking underneath with Bailey in the air. Got him correctly called. 2 free throws to Brendan Bailey. Bailey hit the first. It's a 4th personal foul on Bott. And the second good from Bailey. 61-56. Get it into Wellman. Wellman walking into the front court. 4:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. And the largest lead for American Fork, the first 2-possession lead of the ball game, 61-56. Here's Child, hands off to Court. Court gets around, gets at Harley, and a high floating shot off the glass and in. 61-58. A high degree of difficulty there from Riley Court. Spencer Johnson working on Childs. Straight away Bailey. Bailey out to Condi. Condi straight away with Johnson. Johnson backs it up, 3:35 on the clock. He's got a mismatch with Bott in the corner, Harris. Now Condi should drop it into Harley. You got 4 personal fouls on Bott, and there it is. Harley. Up top, the Harris rotate over to Condi. Condi again looking inside to Harley, got it to him. Faces up on Bott. Now back to the big man down. Spins base, gets the body, and they get a bit of travel. Nice job by Bott, gave him a little bit of room. And Harley shuffled his feet. 61-58, 3:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Back down the floor with Wellman and the Vikings. Out to Court. Court looking, hanging, looking about 5 seconds, closely guarded. And official called a timeout. Coach McAllister calling a player to come get the ball. The official calls an inverted whistle. Blew an inverted whistle. Will stay with the Vikings. 2:57 remaining in the fourth quarter. Vikings looking it down by one to tie. Court in the lane. Court jump it. Can't get it to go. Gets his own board. And then we have a foul on Braden Condy coming in on the rebound. It's a tough call against Condy. Be 2 free throws to Riley Court. First free throw good from Court. Has one more. Now it's a 1-point game. 61-60. 2:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Into the front court, Braden Condy. Both student sections are full throat. Condy. Hands off to Johnson. Johnson now to Condy in the corner. 2:25 on the clock. Here's Harris. Got to look to get into Harley, and they do. Harley faces up. Foul on Childs. That dynamite drop. It'll be 2 free throws coming away at Dallin Harley with 2:21 remaining in the fourth quarter. Harley made the first. He's got one more. Hits them both. 63-60. 2:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. To the fourth, Wellman. Wellman outside of Childs, now over to Deal. Deal drop it in to Bott. Bott hanging. Faces up on Harley. Pirouette toward the baseline, stopped out of his hands by Harrison to give the ball to American Fork. After the turnover, down the floor with the Cavemen. Johnson out to Condy. Inside of 2 minutes, down to 1:55. Here's Bailey. Bailey to Condy. Remember, no shot clock in high school. They can take this whole clock down and force him to foul him. 63-60. No incentive for AF to put the ball in the air. Every bit to just get a foul like they do here and shoot 2 free throws. Harley made the first. And hits them both. Timeout AF. 1:36 remaining in the fourth. 65-60 Cavemen. 1.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Drop it into Bott. Bott hanging, gotta get rid of the ball. Condy comes over, gets it out to Wellman. Drop it back into Bott. Bott faces up, slapped away by Harley, gets it back. Bott backing him down in the lane, kicks out Wellman. Straight away 3, off the mark and rebound, into the hands of Deal. Deal back out, 1:10 now remaining. Deal back into Bott, slapped out by Harley, tracked down by Bott in the corner. Bott hard to the hole, goes up, can't get it. Harley with the board, no, in the hands of Court. Court reverses and scores. 65-62, 56 seconds remaining in the hands of Johnson. Again, the Vikings are going to have to foul. With the clock, they're going to continue to run. Inside Harris. Harris into the corner. And now rotated around. There's Johnson. And Spencer Johnson now will go to the line to shoot 2. The foul on Deal. And hits them both. Back up by 5. 67-62. 39.7 remaining. Quickly up the floor with Wellman. Vikings got to move quickly. Off the screen, Wellman hands off to Court. Court down the lane into Bott. Bott will go up, can't score. Left it too strong with the left hand. Johnson out the ball, 25 seconds left. Got a foul, and now the foul on Childs will put Johnson back in the line, looking to ice the game away with 21.5 remaining in the fourth. Johnson at the front end, got one more. And hits them both. 69-62. Wellman here to Court. Court kicks out to Wellman. Leithra gets caught in the air. Or pardon me, Leatham. Leatham caught in the air, travel, go back to AF. 10 seconds remaining. Here's Johnson. And big comeback for American Fork, down most of this game until midway through the third quarter. They took their first lead of the game, 45-44, and they get the win 69-62. They're in sole possession of second place in Region 4. Outstanding game from both these teams. What is it? It's a disheartening loss for PG. They got a long second half of region play to go. An outstanding win, a character win for American Fork tonight. Again, our final score, American Fork 69, Pleasant Grove 62. Stay tuned for our post-game wrap-up and our Nudge Player of the Game selection. Welcome back into Pleasant Grove High School. Again, our final score, AF 69 and PG 62. AF trailed this entire game until the third quarter, getting a 45-44 lead, and then getting it back after losing it in the fourth quarter. An outstanding win, really a character-building win for American Fork, which has been a little up and down in region play. They get a nice win against PG, who came in looking to get a big win in region, take sole possession of second place, but that goes to the Cavemen after the come-from-behind win. An outstanding night for American Fork. Let's first start with PG. Thought they played really, really well. Trevor Bott, this kid continues to get better and better. Last year's Matt Conway, that continued to be the most improved player throughout the state. Trevor Bott right now has got things going, playing extremely well in the post. Thought Riley Court played very well as well. And another piece is, Brody Childs had an outstanding first half. Second half a little bit more quiet. But you look at American Fork, it's the same cast of characters to keep showing up, and Spencer Johnson. And tonight it was Dallin Harley throughout the entire game. Harley was the difference maker in this game on both ends of the floor. All three shots at the rim, also playing big around the rim offensively. And Dallin Harley is going to be our Nudge Player of the Game with his performance. Thought he did an outstanding job. Could have gone to Spencer Johnson for the third time this year, but we're going to go with Harley for what he did throughout this ball game, what he did to make a difference in the game as well. You look at American Fork, Brennan Bailey, another off night shooting the ball. Really, the whole team struggled to get going, but it was Harley, the mainstay of this team tonight. Ben Dallin Harley, and in the second half, he had timely shots by Spencer Johnson. 5 points to open up the fourth quarter. They get the lead for the Cavemen, so they never relinquished. And then an outstanding job shooting free throws as well. Speaking of Harley and Johnson, to ice this game away. Again, congratulations to Coach Doug Meacham and the Cavemen continuing to put things together. That matchup next week against Lone Peak is going to be an outstanding game and a big one for this region as far as region standings go for both of these teams. Again, our final score, American Fork 69, Pleasant Grove 62. Our Nudge Player of the Game, Dallin Harley. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching High School Rewind, only on Xfinity On Demand.